Hi guys! In today's video, I'm going to show you 3 different ways to use your custom enhancer drops from CoverFX. One of my subscribers in one of my videos said that she'd love to see a video of me showing how I use my custom enhancer drops. Her name is Waking Up Pretty. She has a YouTube channel as well, so if you'd like to check her out, please do so. Thank you so much for your request, and yeah, if you'd like to see 3 ways to use these custom enhancer drops, then please keep watching. This is what you could achieve if you continue to watch. I'm going to begin by showing you how I use my custom enhancer drops when I have kind of like a no makeup look or very minimal makeup, no foundation. I'm going to go through what I do to use these and make them not look super intense, because everything else on the face is going to be very light and very no makeup-y looking. So right now what I have on my face is I do have on my brows, I use the dip brow from Anastasia to fill in my brows. I also have on this bronzer from Chanel, and it is the Soleil Tan de Chanel bronzer. It's just a cream bronzer and it looks like this. Unfortunately, it only comes in one shade, so that's kind of shitty, but I use that today just to bronze up my skin, so right here, and on my jawline. I also use some concealer to just spot conceal areas of my face where I had a little bit of darkness, and I have also used concealer underneath my eyes. I use the Tarte Shape Tape in order to conceal under my eyes today, and I mixed a little bit of the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer, and the reason for that is because this one is way too light and this one is a little bit too dark for me, so I mixed them together. I should actually pick up the shade Medium in the Tarte Shape Tape because I really like it, but yeah. So that's what I've done so far, and I don't have any foundation on. Like I mentioned earlier, I don't have any powders on at this point. I have not set under my eyes, which is why I'm creasing like crazy right now, so just excuse that for the moment. And yeah, I also have a little bit of lip balm on. So what I'm gonna do in order to use my custom enhancer drops, I'm gonna pick up the shade Moonlight because this one is a little more pinky, and I'm going to use the golden one in the next portion of the video. So I'm going to shake it up really well, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm not going to squeeze the top of it because this is a fairly new one, so I don't think it's necessary at this time, and I'm going for more of a lighter application rather than an intense look. So I'm going to pick it up like this, and then I'm going to go and put 3 dots. So 1, 2, 3, right where I would normally apply my highlight. And when you're doing this at home, you can obviously do both at the same time, but because I'm going to be explaining what I do, I'm going to do one cheek and then the other because this tends to dry a little bit fast. So I'm just going to do one and then the other. That way I don't run the risk of it drying out and having a difficult time blending it. So then what I do is I take my ring finger and I kind of like dab the product in and spread it to where I want it to go. So I usually do this like C-shaped thing, and don't worry, right now it's gonna look very splotchy and very unblended, but we're gonna fix that in a moment. So as you can see, I'm just dabbing it into my skin, and then I'm gonna take my middle finger and I'm gonna press and roll it kind of like that. And this is where you're kind of like blending it as much as you possibly can into the skin, because this is the part where you can go as, you know, intense or as subtle as you'd like. I'm gonna go for something in the middle just for the purpose of this video, and what I do sometimes is I just wipe it off. I have a little towel in front of me and I wipe it off, and then I just keep blending. Again, you want this to look like skin, so definitely just keep blending until you get to your desired intensity. Some people do like it, you know, a little more stark. Me, for this look, because it's kind of like a no makeup look, I'm gonna go fairly, because I want this to be like a no makeup look, I'm gonna blend out this product quite a lot so that it doesn't look so like bam, you know? So this is kind of like what you would get I don't know if you can see that very well. It's kind of hard to show highlighters on camera, but this is kind of like what you would achieve doing that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and apply the other side, and then you should have something that kind of looks like this. And that's all I would do really for a no makeup type of a look, and I can definitely do a full tutorial on this look. The only other thing that I would do is I would add a little bit of blush. I don't have any cream blushes, but if I did, I would use that. I find the Tarte Amazonian clay blushes work really well because they last a really long time. So I'm going to use the shade Seduce. This is actually a new one to my collection. So just going to get a little bit of it, and I'm going to pop it right here between the highlight and the bronzer. Blush is actually my favorite makeup thing. All cheek products are really, but I just can't go without blush. So you could just leave it like that, and you could bring up your cream bronzer higher so that it meets the highlight. I just find it a little bit strange if you don't put on anything between the highlight and the cream bronzer. So I always apply blush, or you could always bring your bronzer a little bit higher so that this middle section isn't just left blank. And so this is what you would get. This is kind of like the final look. Again, this is kind of like no makeup. I would probably just apply a gloss or something on my lips. I'm not going to for this video. And I would definitely put on some mascara. Again, I'm not going to because I'm going to be showing you how to do like a full face kind of look for the next portion. So I'll show you that in the next part. So this is kind of what you get. And once again, you can definitely build this up a lot more to make it much more intense if that's the kind of look that you're going for. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you how I use my custom enhancer drops to mix in with my foundation, and as well to apply over like a full face of makeup. So what I'm gonna do for this part is I'm going to actually use the Sunlight enhancer drops, and the reason why I chose to use Sunlight for this part is because I'm gonna be mixing this in with my foundation, and because I have a more olive or golden undertone to my skin, I don't want to use Moonlight, which is much more pink and silver. I'd rather use this one to mix with my foundation because it is gonna be going on my skin. So I'm gonna go ahead and give that a quick mix, and then I'm also gonna shake up my foundation, obviously. Today I'm gonna be using the Maybelline Fit Me Hydrate and Smooth. It actually comes in this foundation bottle, but I finished up my All Day Luminous foundation, so I just poured that into this bottle because I really like the pump. So there's a little quick tip for you. And I'm gonna take my normal amount of foundation that I would take. So just like, since this is like a half pump, I would just take 3 pumps. So, oh, you can't even see that. So 1, 2, 3. And then I'm gonna take my Sunlight enhancer drops. And I'm just gonna put a little bit in because I don't wanna be too glowy. So I'm just gonna put 1, 2 drops in. So I don't know if you can see that, but there it is, my foundation and a little bit of the enhancer drops. And I'm gonna go ahead and mix it. And then I'm just gonna apply it to my face. I've already moisturized and all of that, so. And then I'm gonna take the Real Techniques beauty sponge. I just got this. I like it, but I don't like it as much as I like my beauty blender. So, just wanna put it out there. Alright, so as you can see, my face is quite glowy right now. And in person, I think that the amount of drops that I used for the amount of foundation that I used would be totally wearable. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and apply the Moonlight enhancer drops on top of my foundation, because I don't believe that I'm going to be using any other cream products on my face. So I can go ahead now and apply my Moonlight enhancer drops on the tops of my cheekbones. One thing I did want to mention, which I didn't say earlier when I was talking about how I had concealed but not set my under eyes, the reason I didn't set my under eyes initially with powder is because I wanted to make sure that the highlighter went on really well. It does go on well over powder, but I find that it looks a lot better when you don't put a powder underneath of the enhancer drops, because this is a liquid product. So it does sit well over powder, but I would say that it looks a lot more skin-like and a lot more natural when you apply it over your cream products or your liquid products rather than over your powder. So, and again, I'm gonna use the same technique. I'm gonna just take the nozzle or dropper and do 3 dots. So 1, 2, 3. And this time I'm gonna do the other side too, because I don't think I'm gonna be explaining as much. So 1, 2, 3. And I do the same thing. I don't use like a beauty blender or a brush or anything like that, even when I have a full face of foundation. Again, I'm gonna take my ring finger and I'm gonna press it and spread it to where I want it. And I know some people were saying that they found that the enhancer drops lifted their foundation, but I don't find that for myself. I am quite gentle when I press it into my skin, so I don't know if that makes a difference, but I don't find that at all. And then again, I spread the other side out before I move on to the other technique that I was doing. So I'm gonna spread this one out as well, just so it doesn't dry. And then I'm gonna go ahead and take my middle finger and just press it in even further, just to blend it into my skin a little bit better. And like, see, I don't find like it's lifting my foundation right now. I don't know if it's because people were putting powder under, maybe that's why, but for me, I don't find that at all. And I'm just gonna blend the other side out. And that's it. So that's what it looks like. I have very glowy skin, and then I have the highlighter. So if I was doing a full face, what I would do is I would, in addition to doing this, I would set my highlighter with a powder highlighter. So I'm gonna go and finish off the rest of my makeup, and then I'm gonna show you how I do that. Alright, as you can see, I have all the rest of my makeup on. I went on and put on my bronzer, my blush, I set my face, and I put on a little bit of mascara and lip gloss. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna enhance my liquid highlighter with the NARS Banc Sable highlighting palette, and I'm gonna take the shade Embrunes. I have a review on this palette if you want to check it out. I will list it in the description box below. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of that and I'm gonna put it right here. Just to enhance that liquid highlighter even more, and you can see it's gotten much more intense. And I would only do this if you are working with a full face of makeup. If you have on like a no makeup or no foundation look, I don't think I would do this. I think it would just be a little too much, but if you want to, that's up to you. And that's what it looks like. This is the completed look. And I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please do leave them in the comment section down below. And if you also have any video requests, leave it in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will definitely see you in my next video. Bye guys!